Hi, it's Lisa. Welcome to my glass studio. In this video, I want to show you different ways you can use this really fun leaf pattern. So I just love fall. I love the colors. I love the change of seasons. And there's a lot of opportunity to make different projects you can use in your house either seasonally or all year round. So this leaf pattern is kind of universal and has a lot of different options for it. And it's a maple leaf. And maple leaves generally will change color in the fall. So again, more opportunity for colors, and we love that. So I wanted to show you how to make your own stencil, or how you might use this pattern or other patterns and kind of personalize them to make your own type of project. So I'm going to start by taking this pattern, which is available for free on my website. You go there and you can download it. And I'm going to cut just kind of a square like this. One of the quickest and easiest ways to use a pattern like this is as a stencil. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this glue stick on the back. There we go. Put a couple of dabs here and there. And I'm going to glue it to this file folder material. I'm purposely giving myself, actually I'm going to move this. I'm purposely giving myself a little extra room around the pattern here, so that when I overlap the stencils, as you use the sifter's kind of big. As you use it, if there's not a lot of space here when you sift, you're going to be getting powder around the square part of the design and not just in that leaf area right in the middle. Now I'm going to take a scissor, cut this out. I use file folder material because I have a whole bunch of them, and it's nice stiff material. And if you treat these, gently, store them in file folders in a cabinet or something, or stacked on a shelf, you can use them over and over and over. Here's one I made years ago that I'm still using over and over. So I've got these two here. Then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife, and when I cut through paper like this, I like to have a really nice new sharp blade because the paper will dull it. And if your blade is not sharp, then your design is kind of fuzzy. And the cleaner the line on your design, the cleaner your stencil. So rather than get exactly on the paper, I'm going as close as I can, but cutting in such a way that I get smooth lines. Now here I'm going to turn a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to come back at it in this direction so that I get smooth lines. And if you go a little bit beyond, that's fine. Come back, and I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on this because I'm trying to make sure I cut all the way through. Let's see how we're doing. Look, we're getting all the way through. But it takes quite a bit of pressure, and it really is helpful to have a fresh blade, because then you cut and you get nice clean lines instead of a frayed edge. And if you get a frayed edge, go back and recut it a little bit bigger to clean up that line. You'll really enjoy, oops, look, I made a little craziness there, and that's okay. Just keep going. You'll really enjoy a stencil with clean lines more so than one that has fuzzy lines. Because the frit can be a little bit, if you don't have real crisp stencil, the frit can be blurry. Now maybe that's the look you're going for, well then that's okay. But generally, I'm going for something that looks nice and crisp and clean. Okay, see I was a little bit over right there as well, but that's okay. Look, we'll just pop that out. Now if there's anywhere it doesn't want to pop out, I'll go back in with my razor blade and trim it. See, that's what you get when you push really hard. I'll take this off and we can throw this part away. There we go. Because that's just going to get messy. There we go. Now this has the glue on it. So I'm probably going to use this stencil this way so that my frit doesn't stick to this glue. So I'm probably going to use it this way, which is fine. And the cool thing about making your own stencil is you can use both pieces. I can use this part and I can use this part. So I have a positive and a negative, and that's really cool. So let's make a stencil first. What I have here is a 6-inch piece of white glass and a 6.5 by 6.5 inch of clear glass. Now these have already been ground where necessary, and they're clean and they're dry. And I'm working on this white paper because when I work with frit, it makes it easier to clean up, because you can either sweep the paper with a dustpan and broom, or you can just fold it up when you're done, throw it away, and your table is as clean as it can be. So I'm going to take my stencil, put it over this piece of white. And I have red opal, orange opal, and yellow opal. I have a spoon, a little paintbrush, and my sifter. So I'm going to take the red. Now these are opal colored. Opal meaning that they have white in them, so they're high contrast and will show up on any color. So when I overlap these leaves, the yellow should show up on the red should show up on the orange, and the orange should show up on everything. So let's start with some red here. I sifted over that. Look how beautiful that is. We want a nice even coating. I'll pour that back in. Okay, now we're gonna lift this up very carefully and just kind of dump it right there. Now this is where the paintbrush comes in handy. Whoop, whoop. Get that excess off there. Look how beautiful that is. Another thing I like to do is sometimes have the leaf fall off the design like that, like it would in nature. You know, not everything is within the boundaries of your artwork. And this is another reason why working on this white paper below is nice, because the excess frit lands on there. Now, if you wanted to, when you're done with the red, you could, you know, sweep this up, put it back in the container before you use any other colors, and then you can, you know, reclaim it, because you haven't contaminated it with anything else yet. Now let's go this way over here. Or maybe this one's just coming into the art. Ooh, isn't that fun? Yeah, I like that. I'll sift over there. Now you have to use powder for this technique, because otherwise it won't sift well. It just kind of stays in the, it doesn't go past the screen. There we go. Nice, nice. Okay, so now I'm going to take, well, first of all, I have to apologize for not wearing my dust mask. Oh boy. There we are. That's better. Okay, now I'm going to take this, let's see, what am I going to take? I'm going to take this piece of thing here, stiff paper. I'm going to try to reclaim some of this, whatever I can. A bigger brush would be really helpful right now. You know, something a little wider. And we'll just kind of put it back on here, whatever we can. That's reclaiming some, right? Yeah. Anything we can reclaim, we want to. There we are. All right. Then we'll bring the jar over here, make a little funnel out of this, and pour it back in. Beautiful. All right, now let's take this part of the design. I'm gonna rotate this way. Oh, felt stuck to my finger a little bit. Now, if you mess up your design a little, don't worry about it. You know, this is that's kind of the fun of the stencils. If you mess it up a little bit, it just adds to the design. Now this one I'm going to sift around. Woo! Look at that. Isn't that fun? Oops. Well, since I got the yellow out, let me go ahead and do another one. Now here, ooh, look, this is what we'll do. We'll just dump it right on here. Oh, that seems to be a smart idea. Now over here, how about we use, we'll put a little bit of yellow around that, maybe not quite so much. Fun. And you know, I think I'll do that. That might be a better way to get it back in the container. And look how fun this is coming out. Woo! All right, now let's go back. Let's go ahead and put this back in the yellow container. There we are. Well, that little technique is something I just learned. Haven't done that before, but it was kind of handy, wasn't it? Take my stencil again. And this, you know, I really like that yellow. I think I might want a little bit of yellow over here to even out the design. Yellow here, here, and here. When you use a color in one place, I like to use it in 3 places. It creates some continuity with your design. And let's see if we can get that back in there. Yeah, we did pretty good. Okay. I'm going to put my finger on here. Oh, it moved a little bit. That's okay. We could always take the brush and clean that up a little bit. Or we could not worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. Back in there. All right, now let's do some orange. And this time let's use this design. And I don't really have a particular plan here. I'm just kind of doing what feels right and what feels like fun. and trying to get some nice combinations here. I'm gonna put this in here. Keep some of that fruit from falling out. There we go. Boom. Oh, look at that beautiful detail there. Oh, and over here, ooh, look, we're gonna get, oops. Here we're gonna get that stem on top of that yellow. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. Ooh, yeah. Love that. Okay, pull this off. Dump it here. That is a brand new little technique I just figured out, and gosh, I'm so happy with myself over that. Because now I can just reclaim it and put it back here, because, you know, frit is expensive. Of course, everything's expensive, and you want to try to, you know, be as, you know, economical with it as you can. All right, these two are going in that direction, so I'm going to turn this one this way. Oh, look at this. Check this out. Look what's happened here. Can you see the line from the stencil? That kind of does not work with my design. This very linear area here. I'm not really loving that. So what do? Well, we just kind of maybe break it up a little bit. That's fine, we can do that. Another thing we can do is lay this down and put a leaf right the heck over the top of it. Now this one I didn't completely cover, and that's okay. Ooh, I gotta make sure I don't mix up my colors. We're working with orange right now. I knew what we could also do. You know, I could pour this in my sifter. I want to do it over the jar because the material will fall right out the bottom. That one, I'm going a little bit lighter on this one, so maybe some of those other colors will show through. All right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, but now I think I want some color over here. Maybe we want to go back to the red because the red is hidden by some of the other materials. So maybe we have a little red right there. So the idea is just to have a good time with your design. They don't all have to be full color or really highly saturated. See, that one's a little bit softer. But I don't know that I even like that, actually. So let's put another one over here. Kind of like putting sugar on a cake. So that line that you saw a minute ago, that's why you want the stencil to be a little bit bigger than just the size of that leaf. So you can keep that the sifter within that the parameters of that design. All right, well now I feel like I have a pretty good design. I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cap it with this clear. Well, first let me do something here. Let me put down these caps to support my piece while I'm working with it. See, now I can get my fingers underneath it more easily. I'm going to put this on top. Now this is a little bit larger, which is going to create a beautiful clear halo. I like the idea of maybe introducing some stringers or some frit. We already have plenty of frit, I think, but maybe some stringers to give it a little bit of a, you know, falling or motion, a little bit of motion there. So let me go over here and grab some stringers. I've got some that are already nipped up, and they're going to be perfect for this. I can take this off now, thank goodness, because maybe fall, but it's still warm. All right, you going to follow me? Come on with me. We're going over here. Hopefully I can reach this without a step stool because I don't happen to have one nearby. All right, here we are. Mardi Gras stringers. All right, look at these fun little pieces. Look how old that is. It's the lid there. Ooh, isn't that fun? So these are just called Mardi Gras stringers. They're already broken up for you. And I'm okay with introducing some of the colors in here that don't go with the design so far. We've got black, we have a nice neon yellow, we have blue, we have a purple. That's all good, that's all terrific. And this kind of gives it a little bit of something else, kind of fun. So we've got the design underneath, which is the leaves, and then these little bits and pieces on top. Oh, I like the green a lot. I'm going to see if I can pick out some more green. Here we go. And I like that lime green. You can find more of that. Yeah, here we go, I got one. Yes, I like that. I could put some of these in there. That might make it easier to find the color I like. Nope, doesn't make it easier at all. But that's okay. Let's see, we've got a green one here. Yep, that's green. We've got a red one here. Might as well use that since it's already on the table. Here's an amber. I think that's pretty. These are hanging over. That's all right. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's one of the lime ones I like. See, I love that color. Isn't that so pretty? Look how that just brightens things up. Let's see if I can find another one of those. A couple more. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Yes. Now there it got a little absorbed by the other colors, but that's okay. I'll put one over here on the white so we can really see it. Have that one hang off a little bit. Look, we got some red. I'm cool with that red. Do we need red anywhere else? Maybe right there. Some blue. The blue. Maybe dark green right there. And maybe a blue over here. And there we go. I'm pretty darn happy with the way that's coming out. Oh, look, one more lime green. Putting that in there. And some of these overlap and some don't. So let's do a little more overlapping. Oh, it rolled off, not overlapping, okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to start telling myself that you're done. Leave it alone, stop. But I don't want to, because it's so much fun. What the heck, it's glass. It's not like, you know, not like it's gonna hurt anything to have a little extra. So just boom, there we go. That's letting it fall where it falls. And there's purple one over here just for fun. Okay, well, I'm pretty pleased with the way this came out. So I'm gonna fire this to a full fuse temperature. The clear edge will round down over the white, give me a beautiful little border, a little extra detail there. We're gonna see the leaves in the background, the kind of confetti materials going on the front. And then I'll probably just put little feet on it and we'll use it for something maybe in the kitchen, maybe a candle holder, a little candle in there, a little fall candle. I think that would be lovely. All right, so I'm gonna fire this and then we'll be back and I'll show you how it comes out. Hi, welcome back to the studio. So we made this piece with our own custom stencil. We sifted some powder frit over the stencil, a variety of different bright fall colors on top of white glass. We fired that overnight and now let's see what it looks like. Let's go and open this kiln. Woo. Oh my, isn't that just beautiful? Love the colors. Love the leaf design, the nice white background makes those colors really crisp and stand out. I'm really pleased with the stringers and the way they look and how they add a nice little kind of spontaneous feel to those very organized leaves. I really like that. Or almost maybe movement, as if those leaves are kind of falling. Maybe those little stringers. And look at the blue, how pretty that is with these other colors. So I'm really thrilled with the way this came out. Love the design. Look at this beautiful little clear border we have. Isn't that a nice detail? And I still have a really clean, crisp edge. And the reason for that is because that border only sticks out like 1/4 of an inch on each side. When you go bigger, it tends to shrink a little bit and you get a rough edge. But we have a really nice, beautiful, clear edge, which adds an extra level of detail to this particular piece of art. I'm also really thrilled with the white background and how those colors really pop on that and how it really just makes everything look just fabulous. So what we're going to do with this, I think we're going to glue some nuggets on the back and make it a little candle stander, candle riser. All right, so I brought this over to my table. I'm going to lay it down over here. I have this bag of nuggets. These are not fusible pieces. These are just pieces you can get at your craft store. And these are some of these are oval, so I'm going to shoot for 3 that are kind of round. And we're going to glue these to the back with this E6000. Oh, hopefully we can get this open. Maybe not. Okay. We're going to glue this to the back with this E6000 that I can't get open. Let me grab a pair of pliers over here. Here we go. Oh gosh. All right, well, okay, there we go, we got it. Got it on the move. All right, now the E6000 is like a nice kind of honey consistency. Put that on there, put a little nice generous amount on there, in the 4 corners. So what this does is it makes the project easier to lift up off the table, gives it a more graceful presentation, and it gives the project lift so that when it's sitting on the table, it has a greater presence to it because it brings it up off the table, and so the light kind of goes through that clear perimeter a little bit more. This will look particularly lovely on a dark countertop. And then what we're going to do is take this candle, put it on top, and now we have this spectacular fall-themed candle riser. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this piece. I sure enjoyed bringing it to you. It was a lot of fun to make. And so you now know how to make your own simple stencils and how you can get very elaborate and do ornate designs with those simple stencils. So really enjoyed sharing this with you today. Please consider follow, share, all the above. You know what to do to make me, to get those views on these videos so that we can share more with you. Please consider becoming a premium video member. We would love to have you. New videos are coming out all the time. Nikki and I are out here in the studio working all the time to bring you new and exciting different projects, different colors, different combinations, and designs that you're just going to love. So thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed learning how to make this project. I hope there's one in your future for this fall. And until next time, happy fusing.